I get for recording on a phone. So this is going to be the continuation of the Elimination Chamber 2020 review. If you haven't seen the first part, go back and watch it, and then come to this part. It cut off like mid review, so I was hoping I could finish that match, but I didn't. Strowman goes outside, does his run around the ring thing, but Sami goes onto the ring, gets thrown into the steps by Sami and Co. afterwards. Now let me specify, Sami could have easily attacked with a weapon under that fucking ring, and it would never have been noticed by anybody. I don't know why he didn't. Kinshasa to the back of the head for a 2 count. Cesaro comes back in, goes for the neutralizer, but Braun reverses it, and then Sami saves him. Braun chases Zayn, Cesaro sidesteps, sending him into the post, kicks him into it, Kinshasa into the post, tag team Helluva Kick with Strowman in the double suplex, and Sami Zayn fucking wins the match. 15 out of 10, Jesse's 6-1, I'm 5-2 on predictions. I had Zayn as my pick, too. I had him, but changed my mind last minute, and oh my holy fuck, what a match. And yes, Sami Zayn has finally won a match on the fucking main roster. It's very long overdue and very fucking deserving. And God, I can't wait for Shinsuke Nakamura and him to face at WrestleMania, because that's what's rumored. Probably gonna be Cesaro roped into that too for a triple threat. And then fuck it, throw Sheamus into the bitch too. I don't fucking care, because Sami Zayn fucking wins the Intercontinental Championship. And I couldn't think of somebody else better to fucking get the pin in that match. Like, seriously. The only person I wanted to get the pin in that match if Strowman lost, which I was hoping he would, was Sami Zayn. I didn't want Cesaro getting it. Not that I don't think Cesaro deserves it. He does. Cesaro's fantastic. I didn't want Nakamura to get it because, let's be honest, his title reign wasn't that great. Personally, what I'm hoping for is a triple threat / fatal 4-way. Put Sheamus in there if you really want to, because Sami Zayn's a small guy. He could kind of have that be as, this guy's undeserving of a title. Look how small he is. And have Sheamus or Cesaro win. If you have Sheamus win, have Cesaro and him start a feud after for the title, with Cesaro end up winning it. If you have Cesaro win, do the opposite. But yeah, Sami Zayn won. I was very ecstatic. I was a bit pissed because I had Sami Zayn as my choice, and then Jesse's like, I feel like Strowman's gonna win. It makes a lot of sense. So I was like, yeah, you're right. And changed it. So I went with my head instead of my heart for once. And it was dumb fucking decision on me, but God damn it, I can't even be pissed about it right now, because Sami Zayn has a fucking title on the main roster. Are they going to use it properly? Probably not. Is it going to suck for Sami Zayn probably in like a month? Probably. And finally, the last match of the night, the Women's Elimination Chamber match. The winner getting the #1 contendership to go face Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 36. We have Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan versus Asuka versus Sarah Logan versus Ruby Riott versus Natalya. Prediction was Shayna B for both. Now, let me specify, a lot of people were pissed off about the way this match went. Initially watching the match, I didn't entirely like the way it went, and it had a much lower rating, which impacted the rating on the show. However, after a little bit to think it over, I did end up raising the rating for this match, because personally, I like this match. It was great. If you didn't like it, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. If you didn't like it, that's on you. I get not liking it because of the way the match went. But still, I thought it was a great match. It looked fucking awesome the way it was done. And honestly, there's a lot of people saying it's the worst chamber match of all time. I raise you the December to Dismember pay-per-view Elimination Chamber match, which Bobby Lashley won the ECW title at. Nothing will ever be worse than that. Even Braun Strowman's fucking bullshit run where he ended up getting beaten by Reigns in the Elimination Chamber with 7 people was not worse than December. Okay? Than Bobby Lashley winning the ECW title in an Elimination Chamber match when it should have been CM Punk. Like, I can't stress that enough. Asuka's in a pod, Logan is in a pod, Morgan is in a pod, Baszler is in a pod, meaning it's starting with Ruby Riott and Natalya, which, yeah, no one enjoyed that. Shayna stops by Asuka's pod and they taunt a bit. I can't wait. I'm calling it now. Shayna Baszler versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship at SummerSlam 2020. If I'm right, I'm going to be so shocked. I think that's where they're going with this. I could be wrong. I hope that's where they're going with this. Hold off on putting Shayna versus Asuka until SummerSlam. Please, WWE, please. Hold off until SummerSlam for that. Please. Riott slammed in the support by Natty. Liv is cackling. Liv taunting as Natty has Riott, and the sharpshooter rolls her into the pod neck first. Fans are pretty quiet right now, even while Natty is being slammed into and her face raked into the chain. Natty even went, this is what's gonna happen to you, Liv, at one point. Entry number 3, Sarah Logan, double knees into Morgan's pod. Riot runs away. Logan follows, fighting on top of Morgan's pod. Logan with a pop-up headbutt. Riot catches herself on the cage as Logan throws her down. Powerbomb by Natty as Logan kicks Riot's fingers away. Crossbody down onto Riot and Natty. Pushes Riot into the ring. Tower of Doom by Natty and Logan. Entry number 4 is Big Bad Shayna B. People gonna die. Throws Natty shoulder first in the post. Knee to the face of Logan. Cure feudal clutch. And Logan's gone. She did pump handle slam. Hit the knee strike. And then cure feudal clutch. And Logan tapped. Kick to Riot. Slams her down with the pump handle. Knee to the face. Cure feudal. Riot taps. Holy shit, dude. Shayna opens the pod she came out of, throws Natty into it, and slams it into her chest, face, and like this middle sort of midsection area, like right around this sort of section is where the door's hitting. Over and over and over again. Christ. Cure feudal, Natty taps. Fuck, man. Shayna ain't fucking around. She just literally destroyed 3 competitors in like 2 minutes of this match. Taunting Liv and Asuka. Asha's trash talking in Japanese. She is ready. I loved it. Just Asuka wouldn't shut up. She's just like trash talking the whole match. I was like, yes. I'm so pumped for Asuka versus Shayna. You guys have no idea. Like, give it to me already, WWE. But not for the title just yet. Liv pointing at the Mania sign, taunting Baszler, saying, I'm going to WrestleMania. Liv, I love you, but fans are booing. They seem a bit pissed it's going this way, to be honest, and it didn't change at all throughout the rest of the match. They booed the entire match, and a lot of people are pissed about this online, and I'll get to that in a minute. Entry number 5 is Liv Morgan, meaning number 6 will be Asuka, saving us the Shayna versus Asuka until the end. Morgan slams into the chain. She tries to fight back, slammed into the side of the chamber, then into the pod, which was just, oh god, the way she got slammed into the pod just looked gruesome is the best way to say it. Like, she looked dead after that. Shayna taunts as the ref checks on Liv. She looks a bit dead right there, not gonna lie. Liv trying to fight back, but to no avail. Step up knee strike in the corner, taunting Asuka. She chokes Liv against the pod. Cure feudal while she sits on the top rope, right in Asuka's face, and Morgan passed out. She was like this. She looked crucified. It was fucking insane. Asuka and Shayna taunting and trash talking each other. Asuka and Shayna are very rowdy. Asuka asking for the other door to be open. So, like, Shayna went into the ring. She drew a line. She, like, drew a line halfway in the ring. And she's standing on one side. And Asuka's pod opened to the left. She wanted it open to the right. Like, she went to walk out the right. She's like, hey! Oh, da, 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 da. She spoke Japanese and basically got the person to open the pod door there. Asuka gets the hip tap. Crowd's still pretty pissed off, to be honest. Shayna catches her leg, knee strike, more of them to the chest. Asuka with a kick, tries for the Asuka lock, but Shayna rolls through. Asuka avoids the Cure feudal, gets the Asuka lock in, but Shayna rolls to the outside. At that point, people actually started cheering. Realize this is 2 heels. Just realize that. They're 2 heels here. Asuka's slammed in the chain over and over again. Tries to attack, but she's caught on the rope. Shayna attacks left arm through the rope, bending it in a very odd way. And very painful looking way. Cure feudal in on Asuka. She's fighting it, trying to get into a pin. Shayna is twisting the arm. Pump handle slam, knee strike. Cure feudal is locked in. And Asuka, the badass that she is, passes the fuck out. Tap, nap, or snap, motherfucker. Shayna Baszler wins. 7-1 for Jesse. 6-2 for me on predictions. 9 out of 10. I think I gave it a 7.5 initially, but looking back on it, I did like the way it played out. I love Elimination Chamber matches. Honestly, I do. I don't like one person being dominant most of the time, which is a big reason I didn't like the Strowman Reigns bullshit 7-man chamber, where it was basically Strowman eliminating everybody, and then Roman Reigns came in and that was it. I ended Strowman's bullshit run and went on to Mania. Look, I didn't like that. It wasn't enjoyable. This one was a little bit more enjoyable for a very good reason. Shayna Baszler is good in the ring. Braun Strowman is not. Shayna Baszler won the match. Braun Strowman did not. Thank God. And this match set up for something better and looked believable. The Roman one winning, didn't really set up for much. It's a real downer on these matches. You look for the big spots, you look for the insane spots, and then didn't really have a whole lot of them. The Tower of Doom was pretty cool. Liv nearly dying looked fucking insane. The spot where she was slamming the cage into Natty repeatedly was awesome. The underlying story of it being Asuka and Shayna being in this match together and wanting to kill each other was really cool. Personally, I would have loved it if Shayna or Asuka had started the match and then was on a dominant run until the end of the match. Like, if Shayna went in the start of the match and went all the way through just dominating the competition. But yeah. Not sure if the fans just hated it being Shayna or hated the match itself, or both. I'm excited for Shayna versus Becky, personally. The match could have been a hell of a lot better and had bigger spots in it, but it gave me Shayna versus Asuka in a way, which I loved. And Shayna looked badass. I just don't want it to be another Ronda situation where she wins and there's no one that looks tough against her and looks like a suitable competitor. Which, let's be honest, she just took out 4 of the most prominent women on Raw and made them look weak in the match. Which, I mean, I get it. It's Natty and Liv and Ruby and Sarah, which aren't very big names in the way it is anyway. But still, it was kind of shitty to see that, because you look at the Ronda Rousey situation where every single person she went up against just didn't look like a good challenger against her, didn't look very tough, or didn't look like she deserved to be there because Ronda was so dominant. I give the pay-per-view as a whole 5 stars out of 5. It was great. That match ended it very nice for me. There's people saying that match should not even happen on the main show. It should be on the kickoff show. And let me just tell you, they're not going to put Becky Lynch versus Shayna on the kickoff show because a bunch of fans are making a petition about it. The match, it's going to be awesome. And for people who don't hate it, who don't like it, neither did people. I didn't like Ronda's title reign. I didn't. I hated it. It looked stupid most of the time. I don't want Shayna to win this and go on a dominant tear, making everyone look like they can't do shit, like Ronda did. You know, give her a fucking loss once in a while. Who cares? You know, it's a fucking loss. Big whoop. You'll get the momentum back, especially if you're champion. Just don't have her lose the title in like a week. You know, like if she wins at Mania, have her hold it until at least SummerSlam. Have an Asuka versus Shayna match for the title at SummerSlam. It's going to be fucking money. Like, big money right there for that match. Everyone wants that. Shayna, the only 2-time NXT Women's Champion who has a very dominant reign and fucking does not give a shit what she does to her opponents, is very sadistic and will fucking hurt you just for the hell of it, versus Asuka, the badass who had a fucking super long undefeated streak with the NXT Women's Championship having been part of that. This match is something everyone fucking wants. Like, we're all losing our minds for it. Look at the contract signing. Fans were going fucking mental when Asuka and Shayna were next to each other, and then Natty ruined it. Fans actually seemed to not be as pissed when Shayna versus Asuka was happening in this match. But seriously, it was fucking wild. I also want to quickly talk about the fact that it did seem like WWE was trying to set up for a few more pay-per-view, or a few more chamber matches during this. They were planning a men's chamber, and then everyone kind of realized Roman was just going to win it and set up for Roman versus Goldberg. So they canceled that one, which is why Sheamus had that weird promo saying, "Oh yeah, I'll be in the biggest rot shop of them all there, fella." I would have loved that one, even if I knew Reigns was winning it, because, come on, Sheamus in a fucking Elimination Chamber. Yes, motherfucking please, dude. And then Lacey said something about it too, which seems like they're setting up for a SmackDown title, women's title Elimination Chamber. On a single pay-per-view may have been a little bit much, but I think I would have loved it. Take off Hawkins and Ryder versus the Viking Raiders, because it was kind of crap. Maybe take off the U.S. title match as well. It's hard to say. Maybe take off the U.S. title match, because that was a very decently long match, and then put those two there. It may have worked, but with the match card how it was, with all 9 of these 8 matches, having 2 more chambers would have really dragged this out and made it so much worse. You could have put like a SmackDown Women's Championship match on here still and had it been fitting properly in there. The chamber match, with the way this card was worked out, probably not. But I would have personally loved the men's chamber match. Not sure who would have been in it, but if I had to guess, it would have been Roman Reigns, Sheamus, Shorty G maybe, possibly. Probably King Corbin, stupidly. I can't think of who the other 2 people would be, to be honest. Let me know who you guys think would have been in the men's chamber down in the comments below for the #1 contendership to the Universal Championship at WrestleMania, if it had happened, besides Sheamus and Reigns, which were the 2 known competitors in that match already from the rumors. Hope you guys enjoyed this review for Elimination Chamber 2020. The next pay-per-view is going to be NXT TakeOver Tampa, and then followed by the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania. I get really excited around WrestleMania season. I'll see you guys next time. Stay golden. Peace.